Ramayan after nearly 2 months. I was down with a throat infection. And during his throat infection, I designed this program, how to be happy when you're not able to sing or speak. And turned out to be a great revelation. So I'm going to share a few stories with you today. In the process, we will discover how to be happy. Remember, the subject is how to be happy, not become happy. Happiness is not a becoming. If you can become happy, you can unbecome happy. If it were an experience which came into your life, it could also go away from your life. But if you are able to be happy, discover that happy being in you, then you are perpetually happy. That's a formula we're going to try and discover today. So this is the story of one Mr. Ring. Some of you would have heard this story before if you had attended my class. I would love to share this story many times. This is the story of one Mr. Ring. The ring was made of 6 grams gold and fitted into my little finger when I was, let's say, 10 months old or something. That must have been 60 years ago. What was the worth of gold those days? It fitted my little finger. But then it had a lot of sentimental value. My mother removed it, put it in a small dabba and put it away in our locker. Now this ring came to life one day and started talking. The ring said, I am so small. I am a little finger ring. Hey, look at that wedding ring of his. Look at that long chain. Look at that diamond-studded earrings. Look at the ring that they wear here. Look at the crown. Look at that something that they wear around the girdle, as a girdle around the hip. They are all so big, so beautiful. And they are taken out of all occasions, and I, so small and miserable. I am unhappy and ready to die. There is no future for me. So this ring was feeling very bad till it met a guru ring. The guru ring said, what is that crown made of? I said, gold. What is the bangle made of? Gold. What is the chain made of? Gold. What are you made of? Gold. Then how come you are calling yourself ring? So it should be ringy gold, bangly gold, chainy gold. Is it not so? They have started using the adjective as a noun and noun as adjective. That's your problem. You are seeing yourself as a form, a small gold form. Whereas in content, you are gold. That crown is gold. You are gold. So what do you have to do to become gold? No, I don't have to do anything. He said, that's all. Discover that you are gold. Does the story not sound so simple? In the same way, we are looking for happiness, right? Is happiness outside? Okay. So let's say happiness in this. If this gave me happiness, if this had something called happiness, it should make everyone uniformly happy. If this had something called happiness, it should make everybody happy. Does it make everybody happy? Assuming it is not sold for 1 year in the shop, will the shopkeeper be happy? Every time I use this, you should see my wife's face, how unhappy she is. She says, what do you see in this all the time? So this makes somebody happy and somebody unhappy. So obviously this Vastu does not have happiness. There was a song from a movie in which Amitabh Bachchan sang. He said, Nasha sharab mein hota to nachti botal. Does the bottle dance? A bottle has, no, what's that? Blue label, brewed over so many years of Scotch whiskey. Does the bottle dance or you dance? Even before buying the bottle, you and I start dancing. And there are some people who dance at an empty bottle also. So obviously, nasha is not in the bottle or in the liquor, it is here. Happiness is not in this vastu. Okay? Is happiness something inside me? Some part of the body produces happiness. Heart produces happiness. If heart produces happiness, you should never have a heart attack. Because it's a happy producing product, how can it give you pain? Happiness is produced in the liver, you should never have jaundice. Happiness is produced in the spleen. Whatever problem, there are doctors who will tell me what product thing will come out of there. So it is not outside, it is not inside. Where is this blessed thing called happiness? Think. Okay. There are people who have learned music. Okay. And when you play music, you hold the tampura in hand. Right? I'm giving an example of South Carnatic music. They'll play a note. Sa, pa, sa. That is the basic note. That is called the swara. On this swara is built raga, hindolam. On this swara is built a raga, mohanam, karahara priya, maya, samgola, all on the sa, pa, sa. So there is this artist who holds a tampura, now electronic tampura. In that sampasa, he sings the song. After he finishes the song, there is an applause. During the song and during the applause, sapasa is not heard. Once the applause dies down, you hear da 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 doing, da 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 doing, you hear. Put it to your system. There is a swara going on, da 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 doing. You know what is that da 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 doing? The da da doing is I want, I want, I want. That is the basic swara. As a child, you want a red balloon. That is called a raga. In Sanskrit, raga means desire. So on that swara, I want, you have a raga. Balloon, red balloon. It made you happy, applause. For the time being, that died down. Once that applause died down, starts. So as you grow in age, the red balloon was replaced by so many things. As a youth, you wanted something. As a middle-aged person, some wanted something. As a married person, you want something. As a bachelor, you wanted to get married. A married fellow wants to get out of marriage. The fellow who does not have children wants to have children. The fellow who has children who says, "Arey yaar, I wish I did not have children." The fellow who wants to a government job, he wish I did not take this job. The fellow who never had a job, he says government mein chaprasi, chokri at least, naukri at least better. The fellow who has a lot of money says, don't go after money. This is something I understand. I said, you give me the money and then tell me, I'll find out for myself. So we are constantly wanting something. The basic wanting person, in Tamil, they call it kurai. Something is lacking inside you, is preventing you from being happy till you get what you want. Till you get what you want, you are prevented from. So now, in fact, at old age, what do you want now? Some people say, I want to die peacefully. Are you ready now? No. Let me at least put it in Facebook and say, please don't contact me hereafter. Let me write my nomination. Let me see if my insurance is in place. Marne ke baad, what does it matter whether you have nomination or don't have nomination? Few years back, why few years, number of years back, when I was working in our institution, we were having this discussion whether pension is better or contributory provident fund is better. I was very young those days, hardly to 30 years old. I opted for pension. So one fellow comes and tells me, you know, CPF is better. I said, why, sir? He says, after your death, you will get more. I said, after my death, how does it matter what do I get? Look at the argument. So after your death, you will get 50 lakhs. Whereas if you go for pension, after your death, you will get only this much. Other मर गए हम यार हम जा रहे हैं कहीं और they're taking me somewhere. I don't know what happens to me. You're worried about what you will get after you die. And the fellow who argued with me retired on the 31st of May and passed away on the 1st of June. What did he get? He did not get a proper farewell also. He could not even get his bouquet home. So when you are looking for something called happiness, we have to look at the scenario a little differently. It may sound philosophical, it's not philosophy. It is a reality. So let me take you to one more story. Okay. This story is about a sugar cube. Okay, that they give, along with coffee. Sugar cube. So the sugar cube wanted to be sweet. Okay. The sugar cube said, I want to be sweet. I want to become sweet. So the guru cube came. He said, you want to be sweet compared to Rasagulla or compared to Jalebi or compared to Gulab Jam? He said, no, I want to be sweet all the time. You want to be sweet compared to your, what do you call, the Telugu speaking people, Gongura chutney or Parapu podi, those kind of chilies? Or would you like to be sweeter? Would you like to be sweet inside the box, outside the box? No, I would like to be sweet all the time. Then there is only one other way out. You are sweet and you are missing that sweetness. Same question. You want to be happy in the early stages of life, late stages. You want to be happy inside home, outside. You want to be happy when you are singing and or when you want to be happy you're in the cheer group. What's the answer? I want to be happy always. There is only one other way. You are happy and you are missing it. We are missing this pleased person inside. That is why we want happiness. Now, does really achieving things make you happy? Right? All of us have problems here, no? All the group here, all of us have some problem or the other. Please take out a piece of paper and in 1 minute you write down some problem, a major problem of yours. Don't write, you think of one major problem. Right? Now, if I solve that problem, you will be happy. You have a major problem. Suppose I solve that problem, you will be a happy person. Right? So let me tell you a story. There was a doctor who went abroad for training. His training was such that when he came back, he could look at you and tell you and what is the illness. So successful he was. Then he said, I should send my assistant also for the training. So the assistant also got trained and came back to India. Both of them opened a clinic. So as a patient, as you come in, you don't have to tell him anything. One look and he will know what's your problem and he will start rating you. I've personally met some doctors like that. If I tell him good morning, he will give me medicine for headache. So I have met some doctors. But that's another story. So by just looking at you, this fellow used to cure you. So a fellow came to this doctor. The doctor was inside. In the outside room, the assistant was there. So this fellow came in and said, Doctor, I've got a headache. So this assistant gave him a hospital gown. He said, you lie down. He said, Doctor, I have a headache. He said, no, you don't have to tell me anything. I know what your problem is. Here is the gown. Wear the gown and lie down. So the fellow was taken into an ante room. He wore that gown and lay down. There were about 20 people like that. So this fellow told the next man, hey, what doctor is this fellow? I have come with a headache and he made me wear this gown and lie down. That fellow says, you are lucky, man. I have come to deliver one Swiggy parcel. Look at my condition. He has done the same thing. Now tell me, you're all laughing. Did any problem get solved? Did any of your problem get solved? No. So to be happy, you don't have to solve any problems. You just have to discover this happy being who can knock off all these problems. This body will come with what is called, I call it PK. PK means not just PK. It is called Prarabdha Karma. It comes with its own program. Prarabdha Karma means your inbuilt system. You bought a software, you bought a computer. It has some configuration. So that it comes with a configuration. What is the configuration? Height, weight, gender, capacity, singing capacity, non-singing capacity. There is one person who can sing all songs in the same tune. Amazing capacity. He used to work with me in the Reserve Bank of India. One fellow called Kamal. Any song you tell him, he'll sing in the same tune. So one day he wanted to sing in a program. He said, "Hum gaane se acha hoga." I said, "Haan, gaane se acha hoga. Nahi gaane se aur acha hoga." So there are a lot of people like that. Amazing ability. So this is called your configuration. You can do nothing about it. If you are dark complexion, whatever fair and lovely cream you put, that fellow will become rich. You will not become fair. There was one country who created a cream called Fair and Lovely. It encashed your complex. Dark means I will not get married and will become a multimillionaire there. And you still remain dark. And the fellow was already married 4 times. Then somebody discovered that men folk were using this cream in this life. So they said, if your sister's cream is fair and lovely, the brother's cream is fair and handsome. Another multi-million he made on your complex. Your nose shape is not okay. Somebody makes millions on cosmetic surgery. Why? Non-acceptance of this configuration. First step in happiness. Look at yourself and say, perfect. Whatever I am the only one of my type in this whole creation. There is no duplicate. You are the only one of your type. Accept the configuration totally. Okay. Second, you have got cars, you have got computers, you have got these devices. These can be replaced, but this cannot be replaced. Even the parts cannot be replaced. Okay, so what you have to do? Maintain it well. How do you maintain? Gym. There are some people here. There's Anita. Oh, she's not come today. She's traveling back home. She teaches you yoga. There are some people here who do a lot of workout. So keep this system in a proper working condition. So how do you keep the working condition? What are the parameters? We all know. Whether you like it or not, there is something called BP. One fellow said, "Sir, I have BP." I said, "Good. If you did not have BP, means you are gone, no? High BP is not okay. BP you should have. So you have BP. See that it is under control. And there are certain things, you have certain things produced in the body which is of no use to anybody. Sugar in the system. You can't mix it in coffee and drink. Stones. Can you build a house with your stones? Kidney stones. No use to anybody. But whether you like it or not, it will keep coming into your system. It's called lifestyle. Why is it lifestyle? Why is it called a lifestyle? Because we are not leading a healthy lifestyle. One main cause of sugar, I know doctors may not agree, might not agree with me. One main cause of sugar is all is not well with me. Suppose we start saying, "Arey, kaisa hai? Badhiya hai. How are you?" "Great." So this fellow who calls, "Adre George, how are you?" Just a name. He says, "I'm fine." He says, "How's the wife?" He said, "My wife, she left me last week." "What about your daughter?" "Oh, she eloped." "What happened to your money?" "Everything lost in the stock exchange." "How are you?" "Great." How's the car? I just met with an accident. I'm in the hospital, hands and legs tied up. How are you? Fine. So I met one fellow in India, Chennai, here close by Chennai. The fellow has about 20, 25 acres of land, 4, 5 bungalows, so many cars. I called him. Hello, Palnisami, how are you? Chalta hai. What happened? This morning, auto fellow charged me 10 rupees more. The fellow has 2,000 autos and he is worried that one auto fellow charged him 10 rupees more. That is the thing, Chalta hai. Nothing is okay. You have to ask the question, how are you 3 times? And he will say, Are kya bataye? You open the tap, water doesn't come. That is Chennai, it should be like that, no? Chennai mein bahut garmi hai. That is what it is meant to be. Bangalore jalebi traffic hai. That is what it is meant to be. So what is, if you are given a problem, you are also given a beautiful solution. In Bangalore, you have jalebi traffic. So God has given excellent climate so that you can sit in the car and enjoy the traffic. In Chennai, no water, so much heat. Everybody smells the same. So everybody has lost the sense of smell. So nobody smells bad here. So every country has its advantage or disadvantage. Somebody went all the way to Canada. I'm not talking about Sita, another person. It was so cold. And the person he has never seen minus 16 degrees in his life. And he went from Chennai. You can understand his condition. So all of us, if you are here, this is not okay. If you go there, that is not okay. The fellow is given a choice. You go to Swargaloka. Swargaloka, what's his problem? So if he's from Kolkata, he will say, Rashogolla pawa jai na, sir. Shorsho tel pawa jai. Ilish mach pawa jai. In Swargaloka, all this is not available. You know why? In Swargaloka, there is no pipasha and shudra. That means no hunger, no thirst. When there is no hunger, no thirst, what will you eat? What is that to eat? So no, that is Swargaloka model. In Swargaloka, you must have infinite capacity to enjoy dance and music. And if you have wrong thought, what will happen? You will end up as a frog in a swamp in this earth. So you should see Urvashi and enjoy only the dance, nothing else. Every place has a problem. And if you are going to look for correcting the problems so that I may be happy, understand, Pothi pad jagu muha pandit bhayo na kohe, you will never ever become happy. Happiness is something you discover in yourself. How do you discover that? Yes, this infrastructure, this configuration, physically, we have to keep it fit. While keeping it fit, we have to be aware of certain realities. What is the reality? It will age. It will depreciate in value. Depreciate in value means working condition. It will lose its appetite. You can sleep well at the early stages. Later, others will sleep, you will watch. These are the conditions. Hair, it will grow grey. You can do all that branding and all. Does it look good? I stand at my reception with my son and somebody says, sir, you look younger than your son. What is great achievement in this? You are looking younger than your sons. And he says, oh, really? Very good. Very good. What is great in this about this achievement? I should look like father only, no? There is a generation gap. There has to be a gap. Father and son cannot be same age. There has to be a gap. It's nice to grow grey. It's a part. It will grow. Whether you like it or not, it will grow grey. For some people, it will fall away. It will not fall away uniformly. From here, it will fall. It will grow around your ears. It's all natural. It is the way the system is, configuration is. And if you are going to fight the system, kya karna hai? If something can be done, do go for laser treatment and things. Then don't come and complain. He charged me 40,000 rupees for plucking my ears. No reimbursement in medical reinsurance because it's cosmetic surgery. Don't complain. This is called being aware. Sachai ka samna karo. Body will age. Teeth will fall. You can't eat hard old stuff as you grow older. If you walk, it's a great thing. You can't hold your bladder for very long. These are all system configuration problems which you can't upgrade. But if you don't take care, it will downgrade. So it's called physical well-being. Take care. Now comes this hardware comes with a software. The software has a name. Body, mind, sense complex. Body, so mind and sense complex. In fact, physical pleasure is not pleasure. It is the mind which makes it pleasurable. See, let's say something. Somebody pats. Just because I am patted, I am not happy. Suppose somebody I don't like pats me, I say, don't touch. But suppose somebody I like pats even on the E platform, I'll say, must be it. So the physical is reinforced by the physiological, the psychological. It's called the emotional layer. There is an emotional layer inside all of us. And main problem these days is, I go to somebody and say, I feel sad. And the doctor says, don't feel sad. I'm sorry, I'm not referring to doctors. He says, don't feel sad. That is the most silliest advice I've ever got. Do you become sad by choice? Try. I will count 1, 2, 3. All of you have to become sad now. You start giggling in a little while. Sadness is not under your control. It happens. You know, how does it happen? You look at something, it triggers a memory, you are unhappy even before you realize. You listen to a song. Last week I sang a song in one of these small get-togethers. He said, sing a song, sir. So I went on platform and he said, nahi, aap antara gaiye. So I sang, Malik ne banaya insan ko insan mohabbat kar baitha wo upar kya jaane insan se kya guzri. He went off the screen. Then later on I called him. He said, sir, वो गाना सुन के ना बहुत दुखी हो गए. I said, क्यों, क्या हुआ? He said, वो 21 वाला love affair याद आ गया. He is sitting in the comfort of a Mercedes-Benz car. वो Mercedes-Benz car में पालघर में accident में एक आदमी मर गया. He was sitting in a car and he was the one who asked me to sing this song. He said, वो कार वाला मुकेश वाला गाना. I was about to sing something else. I was about to sing, oh, Meri Mehbooba, Mehbooba, Mehbooba. That I sang. Another fellow thought of Zinat Aman and became unhappy because of that. Anything in this world can make you unhappy. The color of another man's eyes can make you unhappy. The shape of another man's nose can make you unhappy. So this is a software problem. Another it's a problem with many of us singers. हम गाते हैं, कोई हमको recognize नहीं करता है. Nobody recognizes me. Nobody appreciates. Facebook में 1000 likes will make you like. When my mother died, I put it on Facebook. I got 342 likes. I asked those fellows, my mother did not leave anything for you. Why did you put a like there? So, our happiness is governed by like on Facebook. Somebody telling me appreciation that you sang well. And suppose I tell somebody, wahan aapne swar acha nahi pakda. He says, everybody says I am singing well. You are the only fellow who says I am bad. It happens everywhere. I am in a platform, there are about 12 people singing. So I put in the group, I will give you opinion. I then opinion aajkal nahi dete hain. You are very biased. I said, आपका सुर ठीक नहीं. He said, everybody says ठीक है, आप ही बोलते हैं ठीक नहीं है. Whichever way you go, you are unhappy. So when you are looking at the physical part, unhappy. When you are looking at your mental part, unhappy. Intellectually, अरे हमको law पढ़ना था. See, he has become a lawyer. I am only a liar. This is a problem running all along. Delhi में lawyer को liar ही बोलते. तो क्या है वो liar है? क्या spelling है? LAWER, YER. So he is educated, I am not. If only I had the chance, I would have gone there. This is our mental. Then comes the third one. Third one is financial inadequacy. Not the incapacity to manage your money. That is the third thing which creates a lot of problems. What happens is, you always look at, suppose you are there are a lot of people who look at these astrological charts and things like that. And the astrological chart, he will say Shukra has come into your life and he will make you rich. See, if you are investing 100 rupees, if you get 100% return, you will get only one more 100 rupees. You will get only 200 rupees. You will not get 250 crore rupees. Invest. You see, the return will come according to investment. Everybody cannot become Junjunwala. You should invest like Junjunwala. He made 250 crores, sir, because he invested 200 something to make that kind. And then Raat, he was thinking only of that. And finally, before dying, he ended up on a wheelchair. And at that time, I'm saying, I wish I did not think of money all the time. See, there is a text called Bhaja Govindam, in which Adi Shankara says, Balastavat Krida Saktaha. When you are a child, you play. Tarunastavat Taruni Saktaha. When you are a youth, you are attracted by all the attractions. Then you have become old. Vriddhastavat Chinta Saktaha. Parame Brahmani Kopina Saktaha. Nobody ever has understood how to be happy in life. Okay, third is financial. The fourth is what is called spiritual, Adhyatma. Adhyatma is your search inwards. We are looking for happiness outside. Why not look at the person who is becoming happy? We are looking at the objects that give me happiness. I said, ठीक है भाई, अंदर जाके motherboard में एक बार check कर लो. Check your motherboard. What is the system? When you are happy, what happens inside? Check. What are the parts of the body which get affected or which get influenced when you are happy? Check. Check when you are happy. Three things happen to you. There is something here called heart. One fellow long back, argued with me, heart is on the right side. I said, no, left side. Then we went to a hospital. We had we saw a dead body. I said, isko kaat ke dekho. I said, see, heart is on the left side. He said, no, sir, heart is on the right side only. When it comes to the left side, you will die. Now tell me, how can you prove that fellow wrong? Just kaat ke dikhao, the heart will be on the left side. He said, that's why you died. There are people like that. Why I'm saying this? Look inside. There is a system called, there's something beautiful there called heart. When you are happy, do you realize, see what happens in your heart? Have you ever realized? Check next time you're happy. For instance, when you sing a song, or when somebody appreciates you, or when you do an act of kindness, just see what's happening in the heart. The heartbeat will come down. Okay, it will definitely come down. And there'll be a glow there. You will feel there is no problem whatsoever in the world. Okay? And that is the inner change. It will reflect in two places in your body. Your eye, this curve, it will go up. This curve will go up. This corner will go up. Whether you like it or not. These things will go up. And they say the entire body will be filled by the hair growing in the opposite direction. It's called Urdhva Roma. The Roma, which is growing down, will start growing up. We don't know. I don't look for hair growing the other way and things like that. It will make you unhappy because your hair may not grow. But just understand, when your heart is full, the eyes and these things change. And your face gets what is called a pleasant look. And when you are pleasant, others will look at you and feel your happiness radiates to others. That's what happens in your heart system. Your appetite will increase. Whether you like it or not, lot of people will fall in love with you. Whatever be your age, they'll all love you. Your Facebook and your your WhatsApp things will come with all those love images. Don't hide it, show it to everybody. Don't specially hide it from your spouse. Then it will lead to some other problems. Show it to everybody. कि लोग हमसे प्यार करते हैं because I'm happy for it. Okay, so see this happen. Sometimes it does not happen. You know because of what? Because there are two viruses running here. One high virus is about the past. I should not have done this. I should not have done this. I should not have done this. It's called regret. There is another virus, okay, regarding the past. That is called, hurt. You did this to me. You did this to me. आपने हमको गाली किया. आपने हमको बदसूरत बोला. आपने बोला मैं कोयल जैसे नहीं कौवे जैसे गाती हूँ. Amitabh Bachchan's biggest problem is he says आपने अपने चेहरे आईने में देखी है. He still keeps seeing the same thing. Somebody said, there was one singer, there was one music director. क्या नाम था? I don't remember his name. He called Kishore Kumar Shore Kumar. He used to call Talat Mahmood Galat Mahmood. Some singer was Sajjad Hussain. सबको गाली देता. The gali remains. Appreciation doesn't remain. Okay, let's say here, our friend, somebody is here. Somebody's name is, let's say, Madhav. So he is walking on the street. So I went and did salam to him. I said, Arey Madhav, Sri Krishna has come. And I did pranam to him. He said, Kya kar rahe ho yaar? I am not Madhav. I am only ordinary Madhav. Okay, then another day I met him. I called this Madhav a donkey. He got angry and gave me a kick. So I asked this Madhav the same question. When I called Madhav, you Sri Krishna, you were sure that you are not Madhav. But when I called you a donkey, why did you get angry? Perhaps you are in doubt that you are a donkey. If you are not Madhava Krishna, you are also not a donkey. This is our problem. He called me monkey. He called me donkey. So this is called a regret, guilt and hurt. Then there is one more virus on the opposite side. This virus is called anxiety. Kal kya hoga, kisko pata. Everybody is anxious. Index falls down by 2 points. Are you my MF gone? So anxiety, what will happen tomorrow? What happens yesterday? No control whatsoever. You can't do anything about that. But that will stay here. You can't wish them away. So you have to have a counter program. See, some viruses have to be managed by a counter program. So when there is regret, you have to run a counter program. The counter program is called KFP. Know what is it called? Ki farak paenda. It happened yesterday. You can't know nothing about it. And anxiety, tomorrow's program. You should have one more program, counter program. Koi farak nahi paenda. Remember these two. KFP, KFNP. Two programs chalate. When doubt comes, when regret comes, ki farak paenda. When anxiety comes, koi farak nahi paenda. Ki farak paenda. If you do this consistently, regret will not go, anxiety will not go, but will lose its power to grip you. Usually what happens, COVID is all over the place, but none of us are affected by COVID. We don't have to remove COVID from earth. We have to insulate ourselves. Run these two programs. Left side, KFP. Right side, KFNP. Ki farak paenda, koi farak nahi paenda. Anxiety and regret will not grip you. And if you are by nature a little prayerful. If you are a little prayerful. Only, I am not advocating pray karo, ye karo. There is a nice prayer I have. Hari, 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 Hari. Hari means, protect me, protect me, protect me. Take away my pain, take away my pain. So somebody once asked me, should I call Hari and ask him for help? Should I not say, do this for me, do that for me? So I told him a story. I said, yeah, somewhere your train is stopping in a railway station. You open the window and then there's a fellow going, chai, 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 chai. You will have to call him and say, give me chai. You will have to only say, oh, chai. He will come with the chai in hand. In the same way, when you say, Hari, 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 anxiety, pass, everything will be taken care of. It is for the prayerful person. But if you are not used to prayer, don't try all this. It will create more problems. Okay, you can. I have another nice formula. I call it BBC. Bhagwan ke briefcase mein dal do. You have a problem? Mentally take out a briefcase. Usme apne Bhagwan ka naam likho. Shri Krishna, Vahe Guru, whatever. Open the briefcase. Put your problem one by one. Close it and put it away. What you cannot solve, leave it for a bigger force to solve. Is there a bigger force? Some people say, no, I don't believe. I said, just check your heart functioning. It pumps. And if the dub doesn't come after the lub, you're a gone case. How does it come? So there is some force. If you have faith in that force, that is spiritual life. So, physical fitness, emotional well-being, financial adequacy. 3 chakka. Gaadi ke 3 chakka. 4th chakka is spiritual. Fourth wheel is spiritual well-being. Spiritual well-being is not running after God. Spiritual well-being is understanding reality. Sachai ka samna. Okay. Spiritual well-being includes certain activities which are contributory. If you are a consumer, you will put on weight. If you are a contributor, you will reduce weight. Contributory. What is the contributory action? Contribution number 1. There is a family infrastructure around you, whether you like it or not. Be grateful to the family infrastructure. Don't say, my father didn't give me this, my mother didn't give me this, my brother didn't give me this. That their mother carried you for 273 days, bahut badi baat hai. She could have finished you off before 90 days. All she had to take in was a 3 or 4 tilka laddu and you are gone. One laddu would have finished you. She bore you all the pain. So one is called the family infrastructure. Parents, grandparents. Just remember, gratefully. You don't have to do anything for it. Just gratefully. If they are gone, gone. If they are alive, be kind to them. There's a beautiful story of somebody who came all the way from USA and stayed in India. He went on Badrinath Yatra and things like that. And he sent his old father. He said, sir, aapke liye jeans bheja hai, humne apne ye bheja hai, Ray-Ban glasses bheja hai. The fellow said, bhaad mein jaye yaar, all I wanted from you was one telephone call, not a WhatsApp message. So, it is called family infrastructure. Sanskrit mein bolo, so it's called Pitra Rin. Okay. Then you have what is called a social infrastructure. There is a society around. There are people you meet every day, whether you like it or not. Can you bring in and use certain words which will sustain the social infrastructure? One word we can all use. All of you. Suprabhat. Kaise hai? May you have a nice day. Somebody says, I'm getting married. Oh, good for you. I'm getting a promotion. So happy for you. That's why I say happy. When somebody says get married, say good for you. It may not be good for me. I've got a lottery ticket, sir. Good for you. Somebody says, Jamila ji, you have sung so well. This is such a nice thing to say. Somebody sent me a message from Australia. And we sang and smule. And she says, you fill up all my senses. I said, I've never heard this comment in my lifetime. Now she sends better and better comments every day. एक बार तारीफ करो तो see how it comes back to you. Such a nice thing. So nice. And of course, whether you like it or not, smile. Okay. In fact, for smile, if you would like, we will all play a game. Okay. Towards the end of it. So that is something. Social infrastructure. The third is called environmental infrastructure. So social infrastructure in Sanskrit is called Manushya Rin. Other Manushya you have to pay back. Then you have what is called the infrastructure. Keep the place clean. Don't pollute water bodies. Don't cut trees. Make less noise. Some people are talking from here on a mobile phone to Delhi. I have a feeling they may as well talk without mobile phone. They can be heard there. Utna loudly baat karte. Forwarding is another pollution. I got same forward in 21 groups today. Same forward. How this Cyrus Mistry died, not wearing seat belts. 21 forward so far. I have not seen. I don't know how many more forwards will come. Environmental well-being, infrastructure. Isko kehte hain. Environmental is called Bhuta Yagya. Around you, there are a lot of bhutas, other life forms are there, feeding the birds. I've got ages, I've forgotten how sparrows look like, how squirrels, Gilhari, I have to show my granddaughter only in book now. So this is called social infrastructure. Social infrastructure. Then the fourth infrastructure is an intellectual infrastructure. Are you members in libraries? Do you have a collection of books? Not Kindle books, real books. Kindle mein koi padhta nahi. Do you have real books? Do you read? Do you write? So this is called intellectual infrastructure. And then you have the spiritual infrastructure. Do you spend few minutes in prayers every day? And in that prayer, are you begging or are you saying, I'm grateful for all that I have? There is a lovely prayer. Bhadram karne vishruniyama deva. May always listen to good things. Bhadram pashye maksha dhirya jatra. May always see good things. Stirair angaihi stushmaya. May anga be proper. A lovely prayer. I do this prayer every morning. You know what is the prayer? I must be able to get up from my bed of my own accord. I must be able to walk to the washroom on my own. I must be able to change my dress on my own. I must be able to apply tilaka on my own. I must be able to bath myself. I must be able to hear bahut bada prayer hai. I must be able to drive my own vehicle. There are so many people who are lying around. People have to feed you, apply tilak on you. Sir, you like your hairstyle or this style or that? I want to have bald, means I have to like to take care. This is your spiritual infrastructure. Okay. Let me tell you a nice story. There was a robber in a kingdom. The robber was expert in also disguises. He used to disguise, come and rob your house and go away. The king announced a reward that whoever catches this robber, I will give him 10,000 gold coins. The mantri caught the robber. When the mantri said to the robber, if I catch you and give you to the king, I will get 10,000 coins and you will get death sentence. But I have a scheme in which you can be rich, I can also be rich. He said, what is the scheme, sir? He said, you are an expert in disguise. So disguise like a sadhu. I will take you to the king. And the king has some doubts and things like that. You answer them. I will tell you what answers to give. The king will be so delighted. He will give you half the kingdom and so many things he will give. So this fellow dressed like a sadhu. And many of these made up sadhus look better than real sadhus. You know? It's very easy to look like a sadhu. Change your dress, take your eyes off and look into the sky. You will get one divine look on your own. And talk a language which nobody understands. सबको बच्चा बच्चा बोलने का है. Or you have to say, I am seeing God. And if you are a good person, you also can see God. So nobody will admit that he is a bad person. So he'll say, yes, sir, I am also able to see God. So this became like a sadhu, and he went to the king. And the king said, ask some doubts. The sadhu clarified. The king was so happy. He said, I am going to give you 1 lakh gold coin. And the minister said, when I do like this, you stop and accept the king's. Thereafter, you come out, give the kingdom to me. I will give you a lot of money. You leave this kingdom, go away and start your robbery in some other kingdom. Nice deal, no? So the king first said, I will give you 1 lakh gold coins. The minister said. So Sadhu also said, no, I don't want. He said, I will give you half my kingdom. The Sadhu, this fellow minister said like this. So the Sadhu said, no. He said, I will give you my daughter in marriage and the whole kingdom. The Sadhu said like this. The minister said like this. But the Sadhu said no. Then later on, he said, I don't want anything, and walked away. The minister followed him and said, you are an idiot. The king gave you kingdom, his daughter in marriage. You said no. Why? He said, when I said no for 1 lakh, I got half the kingdom. When I said no for half the kingdom, I got whole kingdom. Now, when I am saying no for whole kingdom, see what I will get. When you say no for something less, ऊपर वाला है, देने वाला ऊपर. There was one poet in Akbar's court called Rahim. So somebody once told him, you are giving so much dana to people. Why are you putting your eyes down? He said, Den har koi hor hai, jo devat din rain. Log bharam hum par kare, taso niche nain. I am ashamed of giving because I am not giving mine. I am giving what belongs to somebody else. So this robber realized that when I am saying no to these worldly things, I am getting better and better. So when I refuse the kingdom, look at the ananda that I will get. A philosophy. It is not philosophy. It is reality. Go back to your childhood. What was so dear to you during childhood, it is dear to you now. You fought and you were willing to kill for some promotions during your working day. Now these days you are hugging and say, let's have a drink together. So what was important at one point of time ceased to be important at another point of time. That doesn't mean objects are useless. Somebody said, sir, money is useless. I said, useless means mera bank account mein transfer kar do. Bahut use hai. Money is not useless. It is used less. It is to be used in charity. The person who has been blessed with wealth is supposed to give in charity. Give in charity for what? There are so many causes. So many causes. You are not even supposed to inquire what you are giving for. So dana, give, contribute. Even if you don't give, even if you wish people well, that itself is a give. Jnana dana. If you can teach people, it is wonderful. So, when you want to install happiness in your system, I'm not saying don't look for happiness outside. Look for happiness outside with a certain limit. It has. Now, for example, this definitely is a useful device. It has got utility. Okay. It has got value. I mean, you should not throw it away. I spent a lot of money on this. But understand, this cannot make me emotionally happy person. It cannot make me feel emotionally better. Hey, when I was coughing away 20 days ago, do you think this was helpful? I was only telling people, sorry, I can't come online. Sorry, I switched it off and put it away. So you cannot make me emotionally happy. It is called the world of objects. Objects are meant for you to use and not throw. Use and grow. Use them well and grow in maturity. The more emotionally grown up you are, You discover the happy person in you. All these objects, all these desires, raga, they all contribute to your happiness, but they prevent you from being happy. They all contribute, but they prevent you. Beyond a point, it acts like you have to learn to say, enough, no more, and be in touch with this beautiful person inside. Actually speaking, imagine you are having a nice sound sleep. I wake you up in the morning. Okay. And say, come, Bar Rafi, mein Mohammed Rafi is singing. Would you like to come? When the best of entertainment you don't want because you're sleeping well. So when you're happy, you don't want anything. You have to discover that being. There is a beautiful, happy being. Discover that. And for it is not a one thing. Yeah, I'll come to you. Galaxy G mein, I will come to you. For. So it is a beautiful, it is not a feeling. It is you. It is you. It is called Atma Ananda Swarupa. Name is a name given for this package. You are not that. You can change it with an affidavit. Color is for the body. Shape is for the body. Labels are all for this system. Inside the system, there is a beautiful being, alive, no age at all. For example, suppose somebody asks, how old are you? We'll say 65, 67, 68. But how do you feel inside? Do you feel 65? No, because the life inside is ageless. That's why when somebody says you look so young, we like it. Because I know inside I am not aging. Body ages. Body will age. System. If everybody, all the people born from 5,000 plus years stayed now, jaga kahan hai? None of us will be able. Zoom mein 8,000 people will be there now. It will collapse. There's a lovely song in Tamil. It says everybody who comes stayed on means there is no place for you and I to stay. It's a system. Old order changeth, yielding place to know. Some such people have to go. Okay, so that's the beauty. That's the beauty of life. We have to learn to appreciate the beauty of life. Appreciate what is beautiful. Laugh a lot. Say nice things to people. Definitely spend time with yourself, at least 20-25 minutes per day. Being in touch with the beautiful, happy person that you are. Tell yourself, I'm sweet, I'm happy. I don't need anything to be happier. Just tell yourself. And if still it doesn't work, I have a small formula. You have to catch hold of somebody. Sit face to face. It can be also on WhatsApp call. Sit face to face. And you have to say whatever I say, you have to say. So I'll say ha, you say ha. Ha ha, ha ha. Ha ha ha, ha ha. Ha ha ha, ha ha ha. Try it. By the 10th time, both of you will be rolling on the floor and laugh. It is like, it's like an infection. Right. Right. In a little while, all of us will be rolling on the floor and laugh. Somebody is angry with you, so try giggling. Wonderful. If you still can't laugh, I'll tell you something. Try this. You have got your phone with you. Phone mein aapka last month ka bill aaya hai. Whatever service provider has sent you last month bill. You are looking at it. 3.5 crores. What will you do? Laugh. Phone is not worth 3.5 crores. Bill aaya hai 3. And see what happens to your system. You will laugh so much. And when you laugh so much, all your disease, it doesn't matter. Diseases are there because you give it recognition. Some people, love disease. I used to tell people, you prefer to live in a hospital. Ye hai, wo hai, ye hai. He will, especially these days, after going into Google, everybody is a doctor himself. He knows all the diseases are. In my right ear, I'm listening to some extra sound. He says, sir, in my left ear, I'm also listening. The problem. This is called hypochondria. What disease is there? There's a nice formula. Please, doctors, don't mistake me, okay? If you are not well, go to the doctor and pay his fees because doctor has to live. He will give you medicines. Please buy the medicines because chemist has to live. After buying the medicines, throw them away because you have to live. For example, people who are having medicines, you are going for gale mein kharash. What are the medicines doctor will give you? Cough syrup plus something for breathing difficulty. Something for that difficult, about 8 medicines. I don't know. Maybe they are right. I don't know. But I don't understand. Whereas I told my grandmother, she would put some salt and gargle. After some time, kuch theek nahi hua, to grin and bear it. Either it will get cured, either disease will go or you will go. What's the big deal? That was what my grandmother used to say. Such a nice way of handling this. Either disease will go or you will go. Ki farak painda. So, how to be happy? That's why I said how not to become happy. You can never become happy. There is a very happy being inside. Bring that person out. Bring that person out by contributing to infrastructure, contributing, smiling a lot, enjoying small things, singing nice, even sing sad songs, no problem about it, but don't become sad. For example, it is called, rasa. I was once singing a song. Bhari duniya mein aakhir dil. I was singing the song. When I was singing this song, I was smiling. The organizer said, sir, throughout the song you were smiling, sir. I said, what am I supposed to do? Cry there? I said, when you are singing the song in the right emotion, it is called rasa. But if you become sad, it is called virasa. Rasa is gone. You should know how to detach yourself from the emotion and enjoy the song. You should be able to. जब दिल ही टूट गया, तोड़ने दो ना यार, रोल का टूटा है, हमारा कुछ नहीं हुआ. Imagine you are acting as Bhagat Singh in a play. आपको फांसी में डाल दिया. When you come out of the play, everybody will say, अरे कितने बढ़िया आपने, you hanged on the rope, and you will say, फिर से डालो हमें फांसी में, हम और better acting करेंगे. You would love to go back on the फांसी. Why? Because फांसी is not real. Mentally आपने उसको unreal कर दिया है. In the same way, problems in life, here you don't give them reality. आएगा जाएगा. I am Chaitanya. Problems are जड़ वस्तु. बोलिए.
अब मैं 4 लाइनें सुनाना चाह रहा हूँ सर.
हाँ.
जिस तरह से थोड़ी सी तेरे साथ कटी है, जिस तरह से थोड़ी सी तेरे साथ कटी है, बाकी भी तरह गुजर जाए तो अच्छा.
अरे वाह.
Thank you, sir.
Remember another lovely song.
हाँ जी.
अंधेरी रात में दिल को न
सुबह का इंतजार
चुन के गाना है. और another lovely song. ए भाई जरा देख के चलो.
खुल के गाना. बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं.
से डरता है क्यों, गिरने से डरता है क्यों, ठोकर तो जब तक न खाएगा, पास किसी गम को न जब तक बुलाएगा, जिंदगी है
जिंदगी
चीज
में
ना
भी
नहीं
क्या
जान पाएगा, रोता हुआ आया है,
आया है,
रोता चला
रोता चला
जाएगा.
जाएगा.
So gum
बहुत
polishes you. So we have to use all these are meant for growing us in emotionally mature beings. Problems will be there. See, I'm telling you a very personal story. 11th July ko, my voice got so badly affected that I couldn't even say good morning to anybody. And when I went into the doctor gave me a look as though I will never be able to speak again. Then he said, kuch nahi problem hai. But before that, he gave me a look. But you know, there was only one thought in my mind. That one thought in my mind was, it doesn't matter if I am not able to speak or sing or anything, give lectures. As long as I am able to say, Hari, Hari twice a day, I am happy. Jai Shri Krishna, if I am able to say it, is happy. And in 15, 20 days, it started getting better. Today, I have started giving my lectures. So I'm not saying Krishna made me happy or Krishna cured it. I'm saying the moment I put it in Bhagavan's briefcase, it got solved. It took 40 days, but it gave me 40 days of mental relief. Mental day, kya hoga, I was free from it. It had to become 40 days, it had to survive. Otherwise, everybody, I'll start looking at the horoscope. Rahu has come, Ketu has come, Shani has come. That's why gala kharab ho gaya. You can make, see, I can have a headache and make the whole world miserable. I can have terminal illness and make all of you happy. That is what Anand is. Zindagi badi honi chahiye, babu moshai, lambi nahi. So it's a matter of, how I tune into my own software. It's been a wonderful 1 hour, 10 minutes with all of you. I only shared my personal experiences. No philosophy. मुझे lecture बांग्ला में बोलते हैं बक्तिता माने lecture बाजी. I don't do that at all. बक्तिता भालोबाशी. ভালোবাসা. I love being in love. And in Bengal, there is something called Rashogolla. A Rashogolla is a Rashogolla only if it is inside the Rasha. If it comes out, it is Golla, zero. You are a human being only if you are immersed in Ananda Rasa. There's a nice song, very nice song. Khushi ka bahana dhundu. Zamane walo kitabe hame khushi ka koi bahana dhundu. Let's look for opportunities and excuses. We are looking for excuses to complain. Let's look for, अरे हर बात में हंसी दूंगा, खुशी दूंगा. Thank you very much. If people have thoughts to share, welcome. आप लोग को कुछ कहना है?
Thank you very much, sir. Very nice, sir. Very nice and very beautiful message you have given. And the best part is how to keep yourself or myself or everyone happy. This is something which I really appreciate. Thank you very much, Doctor. Thank you so much. Thank you. Nice of you.
Wonderful.
Very nice, Mohan. Very nice talk. Very inspiring. And what you told, even if you are miserable, you can make people all happy. And if you are happy, you can make others miserable also. It was.
If you are unhappy, if you are unhappy, fake it and you will make it. If you are unhappy, act as though you are happy. You will become happy.
Yeah. And one thing I want to tell you. One thing I want to tell you, my face looks always happy. Okay.
Looks like you are a happy person. You are a happy person. You don't look happy. I've never ever seen you with a serious face.
Yeah.
That is true. But I do acting, that I was doing serial and all that. There was a sad scene, okay? Actually, I was feeling sad. I was feeling sad and I was telling the dialogues. So the director was saying in the monitor, there is a monitor, no? So he was saying in the monitor, Madam, ನೀವು smile ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ, ನೀವು ದುಃಖದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀರಾ.
इसीलिए तो यही तो आर्टिस्ट का यही तो काम है. अगर आर्टिस्ट है तो you definitely will be.
Imagine she is doing a sad role and smiling. That
smiling. This is वही तो वो अपनी ओरिजिनलिटी नहीं छोड़ी उन्होंने.
I was not smiling. I was very sad. It was a sad scene. But my lips were, like a smile. It was coming. I was not able to. It was
Wonderful.
yeah.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful. And see, the beauty is we cannot keep pain away from life. If you say, I don't want pain, you are in trouble. Pain will come. You will have to only tell yourself, I will not let pain affect me. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. दर्द है, हाँ दर्द है, ठीक है, रहने दो यार, की फर्क पैंदा, कोई फर्क नहीं, बैंडेज लगा लो, ठीक हो जाए.
Mohan,
सर इसीलिए तो ये भी तो कहते हैं ना सर, अगर पेन है तो जिंदगी है.
जिंदगी. हाँ बोलिए.
हाँ,
Jamila, you were saying something.
I was saying something like, everything we can look after ourselves how much ever we can. We can try to be good. We can try to do, but something, something which it is not in our control. But we somehow, there is some sort of a pain for some reason. So some pain is there. It is not in. We want that pain to go, but it doesn't go. I don't know what to do for that.
नहीं, उसके लिए आपको हमें स्पेशल कंसल्टेशन करना पड़ेगा. I will tell you, because I'll tell you why. Because pain is different for everybody. Your pain is your pain. I cannot laugh it off. I will have to handle it with a special formula. जैसे कंप्यूटर ठीक करने एक जनरल YouTube में बताएं कैसे करना है. इसके बाद भी प्रॉब्लम है तो you have to bring it to mind. इसीलिए one of my nomenclature, storyteller, happiness coach भी मेरा एक काम है. You can personally call me. I will help you handle all this.
Okay. Thank you.
I will help you handle all. So, one very important thing when it comes to handling pain. See, what has to be done has to be done. चोट लगी है तो डॉक्टर के पास दिखाओ, because that is also there. And one more thing we have to remember. Don't think in English. Suppose I am using Hindi or our Matribhasha. Suppose I am asking you, how are you? And you are replying me in Matribhasha, not in English. So I am saying, how are you? So this fellow will say, sir, he will say, tabiyat kharab hai. Now look at it. It is not an easy thing. It is a purely beautiful Indian ethos. 5000 साल पुरानी परंपरा है. इसका मतलब मैं ठीक हूँ, मेरी बॉडी में कुछ प्रॉब्लम है. Please realize this. Go deep. That is what is called Indian culture. हमारे मातृभाषा में ये है. कैसे हो भाई? सर में दर्द है, मैं ठीक हूँ. कैसे है? आजकल ना लिवर में कैंसर हो गया है, मैं ठीक हूं. अरे व्हाट अ कल्चर मैन. ये कल्चर है हमारी. इसी को सनातनी कहते हैं. हम सनातनी है. गोइंग बैक thousands of years. कृष्णा टेल्स अर्जुन, वो तुम्हारा दादू है, लेकिन दादू अगर अधर्म करता है तो मारना पड़ेगा. मारोगे तो दर्द होगा, बट तुम अपना कर्तव्य निभाना पड़ेगा. That is the beauty of this culture, which tells you how to be happy. गोली खा के कोई हैप्पी नहीं हो. गोली खाओ, वो गोली खाओ तब भी आराम हो. ये गोली से कोई हैप्पी नहीं होता. There was somebody who was saying, I was feeling very sad. डॉक्टर ने उसको नींद की गोली दी. So tomorrow morning you have to give one more dosage to wake him up. This is how it is done. And problems can be peculiar. One fellow, there are some people who are perpetually problem solvers. एक बंदा का, I am a cat. So we did a lot of treatment for him. We showed him a cat. I said, ये cat है, you are a human being. He said, हाँ, मैं ठीक हूँ. So one day he refused to come out of the house. So we called him. He said, क्या हुआ? You know you are not a cat. I told you. He said, sir, I know I am not a cat, but do the dogs know I am not a cat? इसको अब क्या करेंगे ये पागल को? So and I told him, Madras 10, bed number 10 is waiting for. There are a lot of bad fellows like this. But the beautiful culture, which we call Indic culture, it is not a religious culture, okay? It is nothing religious. It is the secret of how to be happy. You are made of gold, you will be gold. मैं suppose currency notes सब digital होने वाले. Suppose I tore 1,000 rupee note, 500 rupee note and put it on the floor. Is it not valuable? Still valuable? Suppose I crush a currency note and throw it down. Is it not still valuable?
Yes.
अरे कागज की ये वैल्यू है, हम तो भाई कागज के मालिक हैं, हमारी ये वैल्यू नहीं होगी. I used to tell people, अरे कागज के वैल्यू करते हो, मैं तो कागज का मालिक हूँ. I was currency officer in Reserve Bank. मैं तो कागज का मालिक हूँ. मैं प्रिंट करके लोगों को डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करता था. What should be my value? Just remember the value of the human being, invaluable. एक जो है ना, ये रोम, इसको रिप्रोड्यूस करना कितना, just imagine the cost of reproducing. Itni valuable that. And the Sanatani culture is not religious. Sanatani culture is telling you, discover the beautiful being in you. And for discovering the beautiful being, let me make a bold statement. If you are willing to help yourself, fine. But if you are not willing to help yourself, even God can't do anything. For that, we have a very beautiful, I use that expression, GK bolta hu usko. GK means Guru Kripa. It is like showing you. आपको अपना चेहरा देखना है, तो दर्पण में ही देखना होगा. So Guru is that darpan. He will show you our own face. That's why we do so much for Guru Kripa. When I say Vahe Guru, he has shown me my Swarupa. He has shown me what a beautiful person I am. Not a person, beautiful being I am. He has shown my beauty to me. और उसके बाद हमारे मुस्कुराए जाती नहीं है. रात को भी मैं मुस्कुराता. Whatever is the problem, I keep smiling. Not because of acting, but because अरे इतना सुंदर, you are so beautiful that you can't help smiling. The inner radiance has to come out. That's a wonderful Sanatani dharma, Sanatani culture, our Indic culture. That is very important. वो खो गया था कुछ सालों से, खो गया था, but now we have to discover it. And we have had giants teaching a lot. Giants. That's the beauty of this culture. Thank you very much. आपका सबकी जिंदगी में ईश्वर रहे, गुरु रहे. Let Guru Kripa may all of it may be in your life. Yeah, Shanmugha Priya. You want to say something?
After a long time hearing your inspirational talk, Uncle.
Thank you. Some of them are regular, we all meet, Shanmugha Priya and a few others. We all meet every day at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
We meet every Friday also. I do Gita, Bhagavad Gita lectures, and I teach a little bit of meditation in the mornings. There are some people who join. Bobby, after Durga Puja, which Vijay Dashmi, we will resume again because I needed a little rest. I should be resuming. They also do a lot of singing, dancing, acting. बहुत कुछ करते. We have friends here. We all work together in Bangalore to form a beautiful group there. We all sing there. And we do a lot of good work. And all this good work is not for personal glory. All this good work is because whenever we do this work, this beautiful person andar se muskurata hai. When you sing a song, yes, Sita, please share.
I just want to share my.
Please do. Please do.
It's an amazing way to begin the day when we listen to your lectures. I have always said this at the end of every lecture of yours. All through when you were speaking, I was reminded of two songs. One was Tora Man Darpan Kehlaye.
Wow. Okay.
And the second one was Kisi Ki Muskurahat. These two songs have always made me reflect, and I never get tired of listening to them or thinking about them. So also when you were saying, the rest of, believe me, this is what I experience when I listen to you. The all the words verbatim go around in my head all through the day. Hats off to your oratory capacity and such simplicity with which you express such profound thoughts is again a big namaste to you.
I should.
I agree.
I'll turn this camera and I'll show you a picture there if you can see on the there's a picture of my guru there. Swami Dayananda Saraswati. Yes. Of Arsha Vidya Gurukulam. If there is one verse, in the Bhagavad Gita Dhyana, which says, Mukam karoti vachalam, pangum langayate girim. I was a dumb guy, a leftist who used to argue all those points only, a dumb fellow, and who made me a Vachaspati is the Guru Kripa. So a guru in my life, he touched me and changed my life. There's a saying, Kataksha Kirana Achanta. Kataksha means, looking at you like this, corner of the eyes. Kataksha Kirana Achanta. He removes all your problems by a mere corner glance. I was blessed to have this guru. So if whatever I say today, articulation or whatever, I owe it to my guru, my parents, my father. Whenever as a young boy I used to talk, my father was very appreciative whenever I said anything. When he was 90 years old, he sat in my class one day. He said, I never knew this fellow knew all this. So he lived to be a very old man. I got the appreciation of my parents and my guru. So Pitra Kripa, Guru Kripa is what I am today. So grateful for these lovely words that Sita has expressed. If they make sense, I'm happy.
Grateful for the opportunity, sir. Grateful for being able to having the, like you said, the ability to listen and understand itself is, I feel, being able to perceive things itself, I feel is a blessing. For this Janam, I think, being able to listen and perceive things the way they are being said and being able to understand such big thoughts is a blessing. Thank you. Thank you.
There's a lovely Mukesh song. I don't know what's the movie. There's a lovely Mukesh song. छोटी सी ये जिंदगानी है 4 दिन की जवानी तेरी आए रे 4 दिन की कहानी तेरी. Lovely song, no? Just छोटी सी जिंदगानी. That's a small life.
Sounds very simple, but then such deep thought, such profound idea.
And even there was another lovely song which I heard only philosophical thought came to me. If my priorities are wrong, where do I go wrong? मुफ्त हुए बदनाम किसी से हाय दिल को लगा के जीना हुआ इल्जाम किसी से हाँ. See, if your priorities are wrong, जीना इल्जाम हो जाएगा.
इसीलिए सर एक और वो भी है ना, किसी की मुस्कुराहटों पे हो निसार, किसी का दर्द ले सके तो ले उधार, किसी के वास्ते हो तेरे दिल में प्यार, जीना इसी का नाम है.
Lovely.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Lovely.
Sir, I wish you a very, very happy Teachers' Day. Sir, I am living in Udupi. My son is assistant professor in Manipal University. And he is teaching in Vaksha, Welcome Group of Hotel Management. And today is the day that we have a Teachers' Day as well as my son's birthday.
Oh, lovely.
He is my Prithvi Roy. He is my son. And today is a great day for us and for me, especially my family. We all, I want your wishes for my son. Thank you very much, sir. So nice of you, sir.
Happy birthday and all good wishes to Ajay, sir.
All the best. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much.
God bless you, Ajay.
Happy Teachers' Day to all the teachers.
That's a big day for us. Thank you very much. And especially, sir, you, Krishnan, sir, you have given a very nice lecture, very nice. And a lot of things we have learned from you. And in future, we definitely want to get in touch with you, definitely. As you tell that you are taking the session in the morning or in the evening. So I'll be love to.
If somebody wants to get in touch, fine. Or if they want a guest lecture on Zoom, हम कुछ करेंगे. Sangeet Sarita, I think Lax sir wants to say something. Sangeet Sarita hosting.
Hi, Mohan.
अरे Lax sir है मेरा.
Lax sir आ गए हैं क्या?
अरे बिना Lax sir
अरे मैंने देखा ही नहीं उनको.
You didn't miss much here in life by not seeing
Lax sir बोलिए.
You are coming just now.
No. I've been there for a while.
हाँ, लाख सर बोलिए.
Now very, very happy that you are back in action, Mohan.
पर देखे जाना
We were
हमको
missing
चाहिए
it all
वो.
along. तो अभी अच्छा लगा कि आप वापस आए हैं, and then you are back with a bang, and we continue to pray for your health always, and impart knowledge to all of us, and we keep learning. And truly, today has been a Teachers' Day, and we continue to respect our teachers, and it's such a good thing that we are able to learn the pearls of wisdom that you are able to articulate and explain to us, as Sita rightly said some time back. You say it in simple words and they have depth in whatever you say. So it's absolutely fascinating. We are very happy that you are back. So continue. We'll pray for your good health. And your throat has to be completely okay for you to come back and sing with us.
Yes, surely.
Bilkul, bahut badhiya.
Yes. I'm gaenge.
And just
Jamila will sing.
Just like our friend said, it was his son's birthday. It is our daughter's 19th wedding anniversary.
Arey wah,
So
kya
we are in a celebration mode.
Sanjeevani, sir.
Yeah,
Very nice.
it is the
Okay,
19th
Your
wedding
daughter's
anniversary.
wedding anniversary. Oh,
Yes,
Wedding
absolutely.
anniversary, okay.
Right,
It's a
right.
great day. Today is a very great day.
And yesterday was our son's birthday, Gauri
Arey wah.
Ganesha. So, it has been, September is a month of celebrations for us. In another 11 days, it is our 43rd wedding anniversary.
Arey wah, kya baat.
Life is very, very kind. We should only recognize that, we are so blessed.
Life is so beautiful.
Unfortunately, we take a lot of things for granted, but let's recognize that life is immensely invaluable. And we are lucky to be here in this form. And God has been kind, people have been very kind, and we are blessed. Thank you very much, Mohan. Please continue the good work you are doing. We love it.
Thank you very much.
Very true.
Thank you, Mohan sir. I was waiting for your appearance. आपको बहुत मिस करता था मैं, क्योंकि I used to love your stories.
आ गए वापस.
हाँ, मैं मिस नहीं करता था कभी भी आपका, और आपसे बहुत सीखना पड़ता है, अच्छा लगता है.
Mohan puts it so nicely, and he makes everything so interesting. He puts humor also in that. Very nice.
I take leave now.
Thank you, Mohan.
Thank you,
very
Mohan.
much. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.